You hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, smooth jazz, and smooth afternoon. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming. And programming in other great music formats. Like blues, urban, including rap. Also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy. Yes, turn up the volume because Up and Coming is back on GJRB with new songs from new artists throughout the show. If you and your group would like to have your song on Up and Coming, send me an email with an attachment of an MP3 of your song to Up and Coming, GaryJ65 @yahoo.com or GaryJ021361 @gmail.com. Up and Coming is back this month, and it's all new music on the GJRB online network. Coast to coast and way out there, fans, listen up. If you like UFO conspiracies, ghosts, and the paranormal, you'll love Spaced Out Radio, Spreaker's answer to Coast AM, with more interesting guest experts in the paranormal and UFOs each month. If you like Way Out There, you'll love Spaced Out Radio. Own the night with Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott, nightly at 11 p.m. Central, 12 o'clock midnight Eastern, and 9 p.m. Pacific, on Spreaker, on Periscope, and on D-Talk Radio Network. The blues, the primary start to rock and roll music, the music in which artists express their feelings through music. This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues, with new emerging artists getting their thrill of hearing their selections played along with the greats like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Etta James, along with a whole lot more. The doors open soon to the Blues House on GJRB. Wayne Whiteside on GJRB Online. Slow and easy as we get back on the air here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker across America, and we're heading into our second hour of the Gary Russen program here on Spreaker, here on GJRB Online, talking about some of the interesting things this past half hour or so. And we had some people in there. Blake Myers joined us in our last segment. And who else? The Caramel Conservative, Ed Delgado, joining us in the first half of the show. The first 45 or so minutes, clocking that anyway. I'm beginning to think that this whole thing with the... I don't know. I'll turn that off. This thing with starting my thing a little early sometimes really doesn't give me that much time. It gives me maybe an extra hour, but it really don't... it's not working for me. So I'm going to be going back to doing just 45-minute blocks. But it's going to be 45-minute blocks plus 15 and then 45. This way, I like to start the new hour off with the new part 2. In other words, part 2 is hour 2, and the final part is the last part. So I can't do that like I used to. It just doesn't work for me. I've tried it, and it's beginning to a point where I just don't like it anymore. So I'm just going to go back to my 45 minutes until I get 3 hours. And then the only way I'm going to expand that and still do offline stuff is the music and expanded programming. Other than that, I'm just not. It's just 45 minutes no matter what I do. So I mean, there's really no way around it. I can't really cheat and say I got that many time because when I go back through it, it's long, yes, but part of it's blank because I haven't started yet. So it just until I get 3 hours, I'm just going to go with the way I'm doing it. I really love to have that expanded plan because I think the reason why I lose listeners is because I go off into part. My time runs out and I have to do another part. And so when my time runs out and I do another part, then I lost the listeners in the first part. And, there's nothing I can do about it. That's just the way it is. And so I'm done trying to do that. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do eventually is a lot of you guys who see my show on Spreaker, on the Spreaker platform, you see the list of programs, you're going to see double the show. What I do is I leave it on for the comments if you want to see your comments. But other than that, what I'll do is I'm trying to practice this, being on live, do 45, then 15, and then download automatically, going into the Audacity, and then splicing them together and then re-uploading them so it looks like it's an hour or 3 hours. Just doing it that way because it just seems to work better. I'm just tired of, I'm not getting the listeners because I have to stop and go back up. And that is part of the problem. I think it really is part of the problem. Plus, again, Facebook, which I kind of blame a lot of it on. But missed the weather window this time round, so I'm going to take a break here again. I'm going to flip to part 2. So I'm going to take it out with Slow and Easy. Be right back. You're listening to the Gary Russen program right here on GJRB. Be right back right after station identification on the Spreaker low-powered 9-foot FM signal. Be right back.